discussions and presentation that we're going to have with a sector leader, which is called Supply Point. Now, let me first introduce the topic to you and then the company and the speaker. The subject that we are going to have a presentation on is intelligent vending solutions, maximizing gains. A supply point presentation. The company Supply Point is going to present on this subject. Let me introduce the profile of the company Supply Point, which is a leader in its domain. Supply Point was established in 1998 to design, develop, and manufacture innovative point of use inventory management systems. Through continuous investment, development, and focused expansion, Supply Point, together with its network of skilled and dedicated distributors, have become firmly established as the world's leaders in automated point of use inventory solutions. To present a detailed, insightful picture of the solutions that Supply Point has, we have Rizwan Khan, who's the sales manager India at Supply Point. With 30 years, with 13 years of experience in capital equipment sales and marketing, he has worked with Indian MNCs, multinationals, and the Italian company prior to Supply Point in pneumatic manipulators. Exposure to assembly shops, CNC machining shops, and store inventory management. Uh, he has expert level knowledge on inventory management, traceability, and stock movement within the factory. Rizwan has expert domain knowledge to support customers in having uninterrupted supply of consumables, durables within the least possible time, and accountability, accessibility, control on entire inventory are some of the many advantages that you get with these solutions. I invite Rizwan to share his presentation with us. Over to you, Rizwan.
Thank you. Thank you, Anand. Good afternoon, everybody. And I would thank all and the team of Samurai Awards to give us this opportunity to come up and help our audience know more about Supply Point. So I'll switch on to my presentation and I'll start with the content. Right. So I would be talking about inventory and vending solutions, and I would be uh, guiding all the audiences to know how they can maximize their gains using our smart and intelligent inventory management solutions with the vending machines. So to move forward, as Anand has already told you, like we are founded in 1998. It was initially a family-owned business and then later acquired by Touchpoint Inc., a US-based company. And since then, we are excelling with Touchpoint. We are present in 9 locations across the globe. 9 locations. There are 2 factories. One is in the US, another one in the UK. We have assembly units in China, Brazil, Belgium, and we have our sales offices in Germany, Italy, India, and Australia. Now, we are 3,500 employees across the globe. And yes, we have our own in-house software and hardware team who are been working continuously to improve and develop our software day on day. So that's where we are. We have a global and local technical support. So we do not rely on any third party for the software support to our customers. So if a customer seeks for any new development, yes, we are available for that. Now that's the number I would speak about. So 65,000 units have been installed across the globe, and we are adding 3,000 numbers year on year. These solutions are CE and UL certified, backed by Touchpoint Link. So now, exactly why are we talking about inventory? Why are we talking about vending solutions today? And where does it helps you in your factory? And how you can, optimize and have a better control on the movement of your stocks, your goods, your ordering system, and everything. So these are the points where I would be talking about. That's access to the real-time inventory, from any location. So say for example, your factory is at location X and your head office is at location Y, and you need to have a real-time inventory. So you can have that through our system. Automatic inventory updates to the stakeholders in the process. So stakeholders, not only the people in the plant, but also the suppliers can be in the loop. So we are getting them closer together. Automatic order management, then authentications to the right persons hierarchy wise. So we can allow and give access only to the authorized persons on the shop floor. So no wonder this system would be implemented on the shop floor, but the authorized personals can have their access to the machines. Reporting and analytics, as you can see on the right side, there's a dashboard that gives you the data of the most consumed items, least consumed items, or could be the overdue items, on order quantities, and whatnot. So this dashboard again can be customized as per the customer's requirement. Now we talk about returnables and scrap management. So this is a problem area what I understood since all these years in our Indian companies, where returnables are not being accounted for, the scraps are not being organized, not being sorted out, and they are not being taken back by the management in a audited way. So we can help our customers with that as well. Rationing and restrictions. So definitely a person coming from, say for example, a turning machine cannot have an access to a milling machine, the tools that are kept for the milling machine. So that's where we can have rationing and restrictions for machine to machine, process to process, and with different hierarchies. And yes, as we all know, I have worked in on the assembly lines for optimizing their workflow and everything. So live monitoring for the fast moving consumables can also be achieved using supply point systems. Now, exactly where we can help you all. So we all are aware about this 5S concept, and we can implement this concept in your stores as well. So as you can see the before and after images of the store, like on the top, the bins are kept, you know, open, accessible. So if any person enters the store, he can see the items, he can touch them, he can, do whatever he want. But if you look below, the items can be in a complete secured location. They can be in the locked drawer, and those drawers can be accessed through biometrics. So we can sort the items, we can set them in order, we can standardize, and we can help all these store in charges to have a right process for their inventory. Now, exactly how this process goes on. See, we all are aware about, in a layman's term, we all know a ATM machine, where we go out to swipe our card and withdraw some hard cash. So there's a similar process that we have applied in our manufacturing industry as well, where you can see a vending machine that can be mounted on the shop floor. The stock can be refilled up by the responsible person. People will consume it. Once they consume, intelligent reports are generated. These reports are going to different level of hierarchies, that could be production, procurement, top management, or the quality, and wherever the management wants these reports to go on. Now, looking at these reports, an automatic ordering system is triggered, where an automatic order can be raised from the system, can be sent to the supplier from the system, and the supplier, after getting that list, can come with his stock, refill the machine, and go back. So that's how we have uh, achieved a complete paperless solution for managing your consumables and your inventory within the stores. Now, how exactly it works with your ERP and SAP systems, we can talk about it. Definitely, SAP is integrated along with our system. So our reports can go to SAP and update the inventory as well. Now, I would like to speak something more on the real-time scenario, how it looks on the factory shop floor. So on the left side, if you can see, there's a shop floor where vending machines are kept, and different operators who can access this vending machine using their biometrics, remove the items they want, go back to their machines or their area, do the work. Once their work is done, they can either return the used one or they can return the scrap items also. Now, once the scrap is being collected back to the machine, we have a new refill request which is generated from the machine. It goes to the stores admin, and from the stores admin, it is also going to the ERP. So the stores admin, they get the report. They have those automated and biometrically accessed lockers where they can remove these stock, get those stock on the shop floor, refill the machine, and your work is done. So that's where we can maintain a 24/7 availability of the stock, number one. Number two, who has taken what item, how many of those, on which job, on which machine, what date and time. All those transaction records can be pulled out from the software. And these transaction records can be used for your audit purpose, for your production planning purpose, and to reserve some items for your future production as well. So that's how the system looks like on the shop floor and the stores. Now you must be thinking, I have my SAP and I don't need any further addition of a system within my factory. My work is going well and people are happy and I get all the reports. But I would ask a question to everybody. Are these reports that you get from SAP real-time reports? Number one. These reports the data entered into the stores from the store's computer is nothing but the feeding that has been done by the stores in charge. So whatever he is feeding into the computer is being replicated in the purchase, in the production, and to the top management. Now, what we have done is we have connected top management to the operators on the shop floor. So any operator, if he does a single transaction for a single drill also, is recorded as a transaction. It goes to the stores, it goes to the ERP and becomes a record. So that's the real time audit what we talk about. So that's where the difference between SAP and vending can be seen in the slide. So that's where we are helping our customers and end users to make their factories more smart and more system driven. Now, when I'm talking about system driven, yes, we can help you in n number of applications. So right from aerospace component manufacturing to FOD, that is foreign object debris. As we all know, in aerospace, in aircraft maintenance work, it's really important to maintain all the tools, tackles, gadgets, and everything within the system. And they must be returned back before the aircraft takes off. So that's where we have our utility in aircraft maintenance as well. CNC machining shops and tool room applications. So right with the tool life measurement. So say for example, a tool has been given a shell life of 3,000 pieces and we need to identify how many pieces have been machined from this particular tool. So we do have those kind of features available with us where you can identify the productivity, the tool life, machine life, efficiency of the jobs, of the machines, and etc. Then MRO, that is maintenance, repairs, and operations, toolkit management for the fasteners industry, IT and asset management. So we are also working in IT industry where we supply our solutions for asset management. And definitely, as I've shown the slide earlier, for bulk store management. So wherever you have a store, you have your bulk items, we can manage it. And yes, we talked about reporting. We talked about the web sync connectivity and all. Web sync connectivity is nothing but, having a remote access to the system from a different location. So that's possible through cloud. and we have both the options. There we can install our system on the local area network within the factory, and if you want it on the cloud, you can have it on the cloud as well. And yes, of course, the data that is there in the main vending machine can be replicated in the stores. So no wonder you have 5 or 10 vending machines on different shop floors. All those 10 databases can be replicated in the stores. So you can have a main hub, a central stores that is controlling your 5 different shop floors with a simple and an easy control. And that's what I talked about. Each shop floor where there is a vending machine becomes one database, and we can have n number of databases to be subscribed on the stores. So you must be thinking about how are these systems and how they look like. So these are few of the images where you can see different types of arrangements, different types of drawers and lockers, cabinets, which can be applied in your factory. Now, let me tell you one thing. We do have a external stock management system. So if a customer says, okay, no, we don't want your machine right now, we just need a solution to manage our stock. So we do have that kind of system wherein we can help our customers with the software, with the barcode labels, RFID readers to maintain the stock from the stores to different bays and all. So that's how the full range looks like. Now, this is one of the interesting part I would always like to talk about with our customers. How exactly we will help you to maximize your gains. So that's the main point, right? See, now this is a case study for an automotive company where they had a monthly consumption of $27,800. And what we did in this case is we divided their inventory in two. That is a bulk stock of 13,900 and another stock that is a vending stock of 13,900, and we implemented our system. So now the results that you can see is quarter wise. So that's first, second, and third quarter. You can see a reduction of 24.6% in the overall inventory carrying costs. Whereas the bulk stock, you can see there's a reduction of 15, and overall in this case, as you can see, it's 34%. So that's how we have helped our customers to come down with the inventory carrying costs. And this savings is definitely utilized as a capital in the factory, and you can utilize it anywhere else. So this is one of the case studies that we have actually achieved in India. And to be more precise, if you don't have vending right now and if you implement it, so we can also see a measurement up to 40%. So that's uh, achieved in some of the cases where inventory was absolutely unorganized. The stocks were lying out in the shop floor. The stocks were lying in the stores, anywhere in any space where it is available. So that's how we have organized. We have done the reduction in inventory carrying costs, and we have given the results to our customers. So overall, this is how supply point systems work now. I would like to invite all our guests to MTEX 23. We are there in Hall 3A, starting date 19th to 25 January. And if you are looking forward to have these kind of solutions that are Industry 4.0, if you want to have an automated system in your factory, I would invite you all to our stand 3A, Hall 3A, stand number C102. So I would look forward to meet you all. And that's all from my side on the presentation part. I would be happy to take questions from you all now. Thank you so much. Over to you, Anand.
Thanks so much, Rizwan, for that excellent presentation that made me think about so many things that our industry needs and your solutions provide. The first question that comes to me is the growth journey. Now, as as uh,
Yeah,
as I introduced in the beginning, that the company started in 1998, and what I'm interested in
right.
knowing is that it picked up pace during the turn of the millennium in the early 2000s, and then the India story started. Could you
Right.
take us quickly through the growth journey of the company, the early phase, particularly its journey in India, how it has grown from strength to strength over the years?
Right. See, Anand, as you said, we have been growing at a rapid pace across the globe, and with we started with one small shade in UK in rugby. So we all know this sport, rugby. That's our base, and we started in a small shade, and it was developed for a particular customer who was facing a lot of issues in maintaining his stock. He was about to close his business because of the unorganized stock and inventory management and all those things. And somehow Mike Guppy, our founder, who came across with this requirement, uh, and he was keen to develop a solution. So the solution was developed, and soon when the machine was on the shop floor, it went like, as we say nowadays, videos get viral. So at that point of time, our system got viral, and we got a good acceptance in the market, in the US and the European market. So as an innovator of this product, there was a good catch up with a lot of companies across the globe who wanted to introduce vending to their customers. So many of such examples like fastener industry. So fasteners are utilized worldwide, and they need to offer vending solutions to their customers. Then companies like MSC and Cromwell, who are global partners, so MSC and Cromwell, they are into industrial supplies. So wherever they sell their solutions to the customers across the globe, so vending is a part of their automatic ordering system. So when I say an automatic ordering system, now as you know, in a factory there could be thousands of nut bolts and n number of consumables and all. So it's like an automatic ordering system for the end customer also, and an easy approach for the supplier also. So it's the best platform to have a closed loop and a link up with the supplier and the customer. Now, coming to the India story, so I would like to mention we are globally tied up with many tool manufacturing companies also, out of which Kennametal is one of them. And we had initially started our support activities to Kennametal in India, but then looking at the market and the growth, we eventually got into our sales operations as well. And over the period of time, now we have thousands of machines being installed over here as well. So we had only one engineer in 2007 who started up with the support work. But now we have so many machines, but still, we are a team of 5 people who are managing the entire operations along with the support in a great and a most efficient way, because these machines are like a fit and forget kind of solutions. So the advantage of these machines are at many places. So that's where we began, and today we are growing at a rapid pace. And I won't say it's a single digit growth; it's a double digit growth. So that's how uh, we are growing.
Absolutely, and
We
it's very
happen to be
fascinating.
very strong in the western and the northern part of the country, where we have a number of customers. Yeah.
Absolutely, and one reason this is so interesting for me to hear, Rizwan, is that the story of your solutions, your company, is the story of the emergence of technologies and best practices in the industry, because your company picked up pace and started at the time when these technologies were coming up, particularly the internet, e-commerce, and especially in the last many years, the ERP and SAP, the implementation of that happened. And in a country like India, where we always look for cost savings, even at even at the cost of customer satisfaction at a lot of places, because there are so many infrastructural problems. For example, the problem of space, the problem, the processes, advanced processes like ERP and SAP is something that we don't want to invest in, and especially at the SME level. But with e-commerce, with the growth in fulfillment centers, for example, with the growth in omni-channel services like yours have gained popularity. So that is why your story is so fascinating to me. Now, my question to you, Rizwan, is that in the last, let's say, since 2007 or 2008, when these newer technologies, after the financial recession, when everybody realized the importance of ERP, cost savings,
Right.
of being very cautious, and with their inventory, cost reduction, everybody realized the benefit of processes. How have you seen the response in India? That's part one of the question. And what are the sectors that where your solutions generate the most interest among all?
Right. So, Anand, this is a very important question for all our audiences to understand. See, we have been discussing a lot of requirements with SMEs and small, medium MSMEs, where they want to have a system, but they cannot invest in ERP or SAP, as you rightly said, because investing in SAP could be a huge bomb for them. But once they install our supply point system, they don't require SAP to manage their inventory and the stock flow. So right from order purchase to consumption and repeating the order, we are all set with our system flow. So definitely yes, for the industrial sector like the manufacturing companies, and mostly I would say the owner-based companies who are more concerned on their costs, the outgoing expenses towards their consumables, because that's an overhead which can be controlled, and they would like to have a better control over it. So once they understand, okay, fine, if I'm getting these kind of gains on my consumables, then definitely it's a boon to me. And I would say, remember one thing to everybody, like this is not a machine that will give you a real-time production or a productivity, but it is for a bottom line growth. When I'm saying bottom line growth, definitely uh, it will help you to save your capital that you are investing in the consumables. So that's where the single owner based companies, tier one, tier two, and definitely OEMs are also buying our solutions, so that's not a question. But yes, we are helping small machining shops, right, from the ones who are having 10 to 15 CNC machines also can have a solution, and the ones who are having 200, 300 CNC machines can also have a solution. So we can help. This is one of the segment. Second segment is we are also working in healthcare. So in healthcare, I would like to mention the hospitals, the medical labs, and the pharmacies are one of the areas where our machines are looked upon, because we have all been through this pandemic in 20 and 21, and we understand what was the value of PPE kits that were being used in the hospitals at that phase. So managing those PPE kits was the biggest concern for the different hospitals and institutes. So we have an area where we are giving our machines to healthcare industry as well. Then the third sector is aerospace segment. Now in aerospace segment, as I told you, in component manufacturing as well as the aircraft maintenance area. So both the areas we can definitely help our customers. In a nutshell, Anand, I'll tell you, wherever you have consumables, wherever you have your stores, warehouses, fulfillment centers, you can definitely have an effective utilization of these vending machines. Right.
Absolutely. And one of the things that strikes me about consumers in India, whether they are SMEs or large corporates, is that unless they really feel the pain of not having a solution, they don't approach solution providers. Obviously, raising awareness truly helps, but at the same time, it's like companies usually look for solutions the way a patient looks for a doctor when he or she gets an ache in the stomach. Only and only then they look for the right solution provider. By then, uh, god forbid, it may be late, or it may already be not very beneficial for the company. So my question that I'm trying to get at is that at what point should a growing company uh, start investing, start looking for a solution that you offer?
Uh, Anand, that's a trigger point that you have asked me. See, I have seen many customers coming to me after they have gone through a loss, or they have gone through a tremendous pain in the past. Now, this is a case that has happened with us in one of the factories in Gujarat, where uh, the factory owner is sitting in the US and there's a management team in India. But unfortunate for them, they had a big loss in their consumables where the things could not be accounted for, and that's when they felt the pain. Now we must have such kind of system. But I would like to advise all the companies who are looking forward to either start up with a new factory or expand with some machines and all. Right from day one, you should plan with your inventory management. So it's not something like, once I have my 10 machines on the shop floor and once my consumables will grow, then I'll get a system. But I would say by that time, you are investing the capital that you were supposed to save from day one. So why not install the machine from day one and save the capital and utilize in buying one or two more machines extra? So that's the answer to your question.
Thanks, Rizwan. And
Right.
now after the pandemic, there is a lot of pent up demand. And as you pointed out, that the growth rate is now almost in double digits. Uh, Not almost, but it is in double digits in recent times for a company. And there is a lot of pent up demand right now. And the sectors that you highlighted, for example, the aerospace sector, for example, is really set to grow, because in the last 2 3 years, it was curtailed and constrained because of the pandemic. Now there are uh, riot-like situations at airports, and that is obviously on the downside. But the upside is that more airports are opening up in the country, and so that's just one example. Uh, Similarly in electronics, similarly in automotive, which has been really suppressed. So all these areas really opening up. So the question part one is that, are you seeing a surge in demand from these many sectors? What is the magnitude of demand? What kind of orders are you getting? And finally, on this point, is that how have you prepared yourself to address this demand?
So Anand, if we look at the demand right now, yes, we do have uh, a good surge in requirements from the automotive segments as well as the aerospace component manufacturing. Now, in automotive segment, we have been excelling since past more than 30 years. That's when we started. But then now, as we see the growth in the aerospace components also, now the surge is there is a bit shift towards the aerospace component, as we all have been seeing this past year, a year or two. Since that time, there are a lot of aerospace component manufacturing companies coming up in India. So to meet up with these demands, what we have done is we have our stocks in India itself now. We have our setup in India, wherein we are keeping the machine configurations ready for the customers, and we have come down with the lead times to the supply also. So that's where, that's the major question what comes from the customer. Okay, fine, I'll order you the machine, but when you'll give it to me? So it's not like 3 to 4 months, it's hardly a matter of 3 to 4 weeks now that we are ready with the solution for customers. So yes, we are ready and we are prepared for meeting the customers' demands. And we are in fact ready for the customization at the ground floor also. So if a customer asks us to do some customizations in their factory, which is unique, yes, we can do that as well.
Wonderful. Now we have got an audience question, and these are two parts of the same question. I'll combine them both. One is that what is the capex we are looking for? What is the kind of investment we are looking for in order to integrate your solutions for a seller of goods in the electronic space? And the second part is that what is the kind of after sales support? This is a very typical customer question, but I'll be glad
Right.
that if you could be able to answer that.
See, I would say these are the customized solutions, Anand. So now, say for example, there's an electronic company who are into manufacturing of refrigerators and LED TV units and all. So it's all depending on the volume that they want to manage through the system. So if the volume is less, something like that, then my solution can fit into a small room also. But if their requirement is huge, uh, it depends on how the volumes flow. So we have given a solution for 36,000 components in Mumbai. So in Mumbai, there's a customer who is handling 36,000 components, whereas in Ahmedabad, there's a customer who is handling 5,000 components. So it's like all depending on the customer's needs, and according to that, we help them to have an optimized solution, because my objective is to help them to save the cost and not make them invest more where it is not necessary. So that's the point. And second
Yes.
question about the after sales and support. So see, we are an industry 4.0 company. So first of all, if we are remotely not available, then what's the point talking about, industry 4.0? So yes, 24 by 7, we are available for our customers for the software support and everything. And yes, for hardware, are all seeing this DIY concept. So do it yourself. So our machines are so easy to maintain. We train their maintenance engineers. We give them some stock surplus with the spares, and they are ready to go. So any point of time there's a breakdown, they can do it themselves. And if there's a major thing, I would say 12 odd hours is the reporting time.
Okay, we've got one more question from the audience. It says, you said your market is good in South and West. So what's the difference you see in the manufacturers in North and East? Okay, North and East, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
when it comes
See,
to the use of technology.
I would only say an important point over here is, see, we all are Indians by nature, and we take some time to absorb something new that is coming to us. So when I talk about a certain technology, when SAP was started, it was not immediately adopted and absorbed by each and every companies. But now we see, major OEMs and tier 1 and tier 2 companies are all set with SAP. So that's where the paradigm shift lies to. So it's just a matter of time frame where they need themselves to understand, yes, this is not a good to have, it is a must have solution now. So this is the difference. We are in a paradigm shift, going forward from good to have to a must have solution. And that's where, North and East will come to us, but definitely uh, it will be over the period of time.
Great, great. Now, the concluding question from me is, we are looking forward to visiting your booth at Imtex. Could you tell us in advance if you want to, are the new launches and new offerings that you'll be introducing to us at the show?
Yes, this MTEX we'll be introducing our new external stock management system along with the barcode labels and the scanners for the external store management. So, like if you don't have a system or a vending machine, how you can manage the stores without software. So, we are coming up with a virtual setup at the stand itself, and customers will actually enjoy and will learn a lot of things on how the stores can be managed with our supply point solution. So that's one. Second, we are coming up with a new uh, solution that is to have that's a compact solution to store bulk stock within a limited space. So the footprint of that machine is really small. Anand, I would say it is hardly 1 meter by 1 meter, and it can manage up to 10,000 odd components. So you can imagine how the machine would look like. So that's something very interesting, and it will be exciting for the visitors to see this machine we are coming up with.
Excellent, excellent, Rizwan. Thank you so much for sharing so much information on intelligent vending solutions. Something that is a must-have in today's day and age for businesses of all sizes, particularly because of the cost savings, because of the efficiency and the improvements in customer satisfaction. So it helps at so many levels to be able to organize your business, to be able to count, make each and every asset count. I really thank Rizwan for his presentation, his patience in answering all the questions. And we all look forward, I look forward personally to
Thank
visit, to be visiting his booth at Imtex. You can reach out to Rizwan and his company at the Supply Point website and through us as well. Thank you so much, Rizwan,
thank
for
you.
your excellent
Thank you so much,
presentation.
Anand. Good
Look
to talk to
forward,
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
very much likewise. Have a brilliant day ahead.